Education is supposed to stand for crucial human right. A school provides a foundation for life learning. Empowering the special group is important, and it is responsibility of the school as social institution. School should accommodate all children regardless of their physical, intellectual, social or other condition within environment. Article 1 of the UN Convention on Persons with Disability is to promote, protect and ensure the full and equal enjoyment of all human rights and fundamental freedom to all persons with a disability. Article 3 said that respect for the evolving capacities of children with disabilities and respect for the right of children with disabilities to preserve their identities. All these policy has an influence in the establishment of special school for children with visual impairment. Due to the nature of children with visual impairment, they tend to lack friends and mostly parents are involved in the process of making friends. Also negative experience like bullying, loneliness are common. It is important for the teacher to involve in supporting learners to interact socially. Curriculum and other school programs should prepare to assist the learners to overcome their difficulties and develop interaction in different cooperative tasks. Almost 80% of what we acquire is through vision. And if you think about how we learn to interact and how we learn to engage socially, we do it through observation. Very young children, babies, for example, learn to smile by watching what their mothers do and engaging with them, and that reciprocity back and forth, the joint attention that is so critical with very young children is encountered through the visual sense. And so far, blind or visually impaired kids learning those social skills need to be taught at a very early age. They need to be molded, they need to be practiced. And many individuals believe that the social world needs to be brought to the child who is blind or visually impaired. That we cannot just assume that the child is going to learn them. We have to help them learn those skills. Families are the first teacher and they are probably the most important teachers. Families, siblings, relatives, engaging the child in the family millennium is so important. The visually impaired child is to be involved in all family activities. So for a baby, the mother and siblings get the child in the baby seat, maybe upon the counter, talking to the child, getting that social proximity, getting the child too. If the child cannot see, but maybe getting that face-to-face contact through mummy-child games or family-child games. Getting that child to look at the individual, getting that reciprocal relationship where the language begins. It could be even lot of gooing and cooing, but it's a back and forth kind of game playing. Doing a lot of body awareness games. The young kid may be encouraged to do some activities like clap the feet and eat the toes and tickle the tummy and beep the nose through these activities. The child is developing that body awareness. Also, the child gets to begin to play and to engage in play, to engage in real world experiences. The mothers sing songs and encourage young children to interact. The mother may let the child to play in the kitchen when the child begin to develop motor skills, or even if the child does not have that motor ability, giving them real object to feel, to touch and to explore. Because by engaging in real life experiences, the child is learning about their social world. Family gatherings, the extended family is so critical. Siblings are the wonderful teachers because siblings allow children to just be themselves. They allow the child to engage in rough and tumble play, and they do not think about kind of having a hands-off attitude. The family members treat the child who has a disability just like another child, and child should be part of the gang. So, children who have a siblings tend to be more risk takers like any other children when they really engage with the world around. That experience will help the child to take risk. In an elementary school classroom, there are lots of opportunity for students who are visually impaired to engage with one another. It is critical that the teacher of the visually impaired or the orientation mobility specialist work closely with the general education classroom teacher. The best environment is one in which students can have opportunity to be part of small group activities and where the classroom is structured in a way so the child knows where everything is in the classroom. There are lots of physical obstacles in the classroom or it is overstimulating, and for many of our visually impaired students that is not a good environment to access social opportunities. So, we want classroom to be structured somewhat. We want teachers to general education teacher to emphasize affective or character education within their classroom. We hope that they are collaborative with the special education staff, that they have opportunities for children to work together in small groups. Cooperative learning activities within the classroom where the child who is blind or visually impaired can play a significant role, not just sort of be a passive member of a group, but be an active member of a group. Maybe being the one who can access technology and be helpful in building the activity. Maybe the student can be the leader of the group and facilitate the group activities. It is critical that the teacher of the visually impaired or the general education classroom teacher must encourage that the child who is blind or visually impaired really engage with another, engages with the peers in the classroom environment or in that small group activities. There is a greater acceptance when kids are younger. Even though kids are aware of social differences during preschool and early elementary, we see that gap widening as children get older into middle school and high school and into adulthood. Self-advocacy skills are certainly a part of teaching students social skills. The self-advocacy begins again early on, where the child is making choices and decisions for himself or herself. It can be as basic as a child choosing a pencil versus a chocolate. For maybe older children, it might be choosing what they are going to wear to go to school. They are advocating for themselves for what they need and what they like, since it gives opportunity to visually impaired students to take decisions. Often, we find with the children who are blind or visually impaired, it is easy for adults to do way too much for the child, to sort of allow the child to make those choices or those decisions on their own. And so, what happens is, we do a lot for them without knowing it. We may tell the child to go into the classroom, put your things away in your cubby, sit down and put your lunch away. So, instead of, maybe we need to help the student develop a routine where they are doing most of that or those activities on their own. For older students, particularly students who are in inclusive situation, it is letting people know what they need or what they want. I need to sit in the front because I can't see very well. I need this read to me because I can't read the menu at a distance. So, all these opportunities give students a better understanding of who they are, and it helps them to be better self advocates for themselves. Since gives them greater opportunity to be successful and to feel better about themselves because they are taking control of their lives. Researchers shows that a person a student who is a blind or visually impaired who has a good social skills will one be accepted by their peers, be included with their peers, will have opportunities for employment and be successful at employment, will be able to live independently, will have a repertoire of friends and a good group of friends and be engaged with others, will feel good about themselves, will have a control over their lives, over the life that they may want to lead, will be able to make choices and have an option in what they can do in their lives. So, social skills are really the foundation upon which other skills areas are built, and without good social skills, students and young adults are a greater risk for the social isolation later on in life. There are certain approaches assisting social skill development. Some of them are here. Children with visual impairment experience the isolation in social interaction activities since other peers views them as strange. Children with visual impairment may be disliked and intentionally left out of activities or opportunities to interact with others. Efforts can be made, however, to decrease social isolation by using peers who have developed skills needed to assist others when they struggle in social situations. There are different approaches and common strategies used to assist in improving social interaction. Let us see one by one. Peer mediated approaches. Peer mediated approaches effort that attempt to increase the network of friends to students with visual impairment and assisting in providing the opportunity to learn and practice a variety of social skills within naturally occurring contexts like playground. For an example, peers may be used to teach how to play new games. It provides structure for students with visual impairment, which adds a sense of predictability. Giving out awareness. Children with visual impairment are not ready to share things like toys. At the same time, whenever they touch any material eagerly, they explore it well. Again, they will not give it to any person. At the moment, parents of visual impairment and special educator must teach the children with visual impairment to share things to others and focus of attention than directing in social interaction situation. It is very important, hence it helps to gain child attention. Preventing pull out. Sometimes the children with visual impairment are not interested to listening others instruction because they do not know to whom they have to interact. So, it is the duty of parents of visual impairment and special educator should use the intensive method for encouraging social interaction. Sometimes the child needs short period of medication or a stress reducing activity to help him or her to lift the mood due to depression, while educational and behavioral method are used to help the child to develop interest in others. The intensive interaction motivates the child to join and choose activity in a loving and accepting way. If situation and activity is chosen well, can avoid withdrawal. The next thing is friendship. Circle of friends is an intervention was by grouping of students who are socially disconnected and helping individual with autism to build a relationship with peers. This is very helpful in increasing their sense of belonging within the social world. If a circle of friends network is used, the educator should follow a few steps to ensure the safety of the student. This will produce positive development of social interaction. Children with visual impairment make true friendship. Parents of visual impairment and special educator should help the child to understand others and how to relate with others. The child should be sensitive when constructing social groups and how far should encourage friendship. The child needs experience to do things which she enjoys with others, and there should be continuous program of teaching the child how to learn in social context. Help the visually impaired person to aware about conventional gesture used in social context. Make use of non-verbal behaviors to point out the interest in speakers and to communicate more effectively. To teach whenever they meet the elderly people to give respect. Inform them to turn face to speaker and maintain social interaction. Explain that is a behavior shows the interest in what the other person is saying. Talk about facial expression. For an example, smiling as a feelings that occur throughout the day. Help students understand that their facial expression convey to others how they feel. Make use of tone of voice that is appropriate to the setting. Identify behaviors that can cause social isolation. Create the situation for choice making. Through situation to solve the problems, identify the barriers to success. To develop the decision making skills to activity. Goal setting and attainment, ability to set appropriate goals for self and achieve the goals with actions, and to give information about self-regulation, self-monitoring, self-evaluation, self-instruction, self-management to visually impaired child, and make a visually impaired person to think about self-awareness and awareness of own individuality, strength and areas of improvement, and make a visually impaired to think about self-advocacy, have a knowledge of self, knowledge of rights, communication skills and leadership ability. Many opportunities are available for throughout the day to embedded skills. The gross motor skill based play activities creates a great opportunity to incorporate language, concept, listening and motor skills. In fact, if the person with visually impaired enjoy to learn the embedded skills, it needs small modification. Persons with visually impaired learn to live independently and productively as well as enjoy leisure activities that keep them entertained and healthy. There are strategies helpful in embedded learning opportunities. Let us see one by one. Embedded skills incorporate the concepts like over or under, on the top of or underneath, wide or narrow, fast or slow. Experience that focus on the auditory discrimination of people's voices and sounds related to activities. Encourage listening and use of auditory cues to locate people or places. Play listening games such as Simon Says, listen to and follow directions when participating in a game. Card games. Card games present an entertaining activity for the blind. Large print or braille playing cards are available for blind or visually impaired. Alternatively, use a braille writer to imprint the braille letters onto the ordinary playing cards, board and computer games. A variety of leisure activities like Monopoly, Scrabble, chess and braille with a tactile version of popular board games are available for the persons with visually impaired. Scrabble has been modified to have a raised boundaries between the squares. Braille letters, tiles and braille captions indicate the word score. Checkers can be adapted by gluing a textured surface to the center of either the red or a black squares for blind people to differentiate between them. Some games are played through web, while screen reader with a speech synthesizer is helpful to read the screen. Woodworking. Woodworking is a well-liked hobby that uses hand or power tool to transform wood into objects. Losing vision does not mean that the visually impaired have to stop woodworking. Woodworking need to adapt tools and follow safety rules more closely. Always indicate contrasting tactile marking or raised pieces of tape when cutting the wood. For the purpose of organizing the tool, apply braille labels to tool and their locations. Needlework. One leisure activity for the persons with visual impairment is sewing or needlework. The needlework activity can be restful since it requires a lot of repetitive motion. Sewing is simple and often requires no modification. Another leisure activity is knitting needles and crochet hooks. It requires no modification. Outdoor activities. Several outdoor leisure activities exist for persons with blindness like swimming, skiing, bowling and rock climbing with a small modification. Audio games. Audio games is a site devoted to audio games and games which is accessible to persons who are persons with visually impaired. Audio game Hoop. It is a set of 11 experimental read video games that use audio as their primary interface, making them accessible for both sighted and non-sighted users. Odyssey offers a forum for accessible game developers and players with the primary purpose to provide a place where anyone can learn about games which are specially designed for or used to people who are blind. Games for a blind. It offers the games that are accessible and designed specifically for visually impaired and blind computer users. PCS games. It provides a list of audio games and blind accessible computer games and game sites with a description and links. Zune BBS. It is a game considered by some to be the most populated forum for gamers and others who are blind. Students who are blind or visually impaired may not be aware of conventional courteous behaviors as they may be unable to visually observe them. Children with visual impairment must learn to communicate effectively with different people. They must also learn to accept and respond appropriately to suggestions and corrections. It is important for children with visual impairment to learn how to interact appropriately with their peers. For this reason, children with visual impairment will need to pay extra attention to environmental cues in order to know how to act in various situations. Molding and practicing the behaviors including greetings, farewells and introductions in comfortable, familiar settings will help the student in use the skill in new environments. Thank you.